Hello. Hello, good evening everyone.
Hello, good evening everyone.
Hi, welcome to our live session again after 2 weeks. So here we are. I'm here, Dr. Melissa, and this is my
Hi.
colleague,
Dr. Jack. Hi, nice to see you all every day.
Yes.
Every day.
Okay.
Today, okay.
Okay, nice to see you all again. Okay, so today there is a very interesting and also important topic that we would like to discuss. So the topic of today is actually cancer doesn't like it hot. Okay, so
First of all, I think a lot of audience may be a bit surprised seeing us talking about cancers. What is it going to do with us? Because cancer supposedly is to be an oncologist,
hospital setting. Yes.
Why do we, as an aesthetic doctor or wellness doctor or anti-aging doctor, talking about cancer? Is it something that we can do, or we do have any role in this treatment? I think maybe today is the time for us to share and to sort of like give more information about how our wellness treatment and our anti-aging treatment do really contribute into a cancer treatment. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have any friends or relatives who are facing cancers, okay, this live topic today will be a very crucial information for you all to know and to get the right angle of sort of point of view in terms of cancer treatment, right?
Yes. So those of you who have cancer relatives, okay, you are welcome to share this knowledge with your friends or family. Of course, today our focus will be on how we say hyperthermia.
There's a technology.
Yeah, the technology.
Okay, that's why he come up with this topic called cancer does not like it hot.
Yes.
Okay, I think in a lot of cases, we know that when a patient has a cancer, the body is feeling sort of weaker, not so heaty, cooler, things like that. Yeah. Maybe in Chinese, 寒啊, so they, in Chinese it has a saying any patient with cancer, their body inside is cold. So in fact, really, the cancer cells is a kind of cells that is not very preferring or sort of like very
doesn't like temperature, high temperature. Yes.
But in what temperature that we are talking about?
Fever.
Okay, our normal body temperature is ranging about 37, 36.8 to 37.2. Yeah, so this is a normal range of body human temperature. But when our temperature increase more than 37.5, reaching 38 or even more, 39 or 40 or 41 or even 42 or 43, so that is considered high temperature in our human body. And in this temperature itself is not preferred by cancer cells, right? So who are facing cancers today, probably this is a new information for you, but this is already established evidence saying that cancer cells does not like hot. Okay, our main topic today is talking about cancer cells, yeah, how our role as a functional or anti-aging doctor, okay, helping cancer patient, and we understanding the characters of cancer cells, especially in the terms of cancer cells does not like hot. Let's give you a better explanation or details.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, Dr. Jack, what do you think? What are the special characteristics of cancer cells? How are they different from normal cells?
Okay, you see, when we talk about cancer cell, I think almost every one of us will feel anxious, scared, and quite difficult for a layman to really put into effort or to understand what is cancers. So I do understand the psychological impact behind who have these cancers, but we hope that by explaining more details about cancers will give more enlightenment for every one of us. So hopefully that we do not need to deal with cancers, but who are unfortunately dealing with cancers, hopefully you take this information as knowledge, and if you think that is suitable and beneficial, and share to your friends as well. Okay, let's talk about the cancers. cancer cells has a certain criteria, yeah, to be defined as a cancer cells. Meaning to say, if we think that our body has cancer cells, it may not be a true thinking. What does it so? What does it mean? So if there's a saying that every one of us probably we have some cancer cells, just that it's not formed yet. Okay, so this thinking has a little bit of controversial. Okay, what does it mean? Because if you want to define whether the cancer cells or the cells is cancerous or not, it has to fulfill at least six criteria, yeah, to be defined as cancer cells. First criteria is it has to have the sort of grow
Grow
uncontrollably.
uncontrollably.
So the
Yes.
cells can grow uncontrollably. So our body mechanism has a balance mechanism to control any cells to grow, so that it won't grow excessively and it will be in the balance. But if a cells become uncontrollable, yeah, so that cells has already fulfilled a first criteria of cancers.
That means they multiply very fast.
Very fast.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
And-
number 2.
Okay. Number 2 is cells has the ability to sort of not dying. So because our body has a mechanism, our gene has a sort of setting to kill the cell if it is in a foreign form or a damaged form. But cancer cell itself, it has a mechanism to avoid this human or natural mechanism to kill the cells. We call it apoptosis, a natural death of the cells. So a cancer cell evade this kind of mechanism controlling, so that it is not able to be killed so easily by our human body. So this is a second criteria.
So they escape the programmed cell death.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So number 3 is, yeah, I think I know.
Yes.
Because cancerous cells, they are very rich in blood supply. That means they can grow their own blood
Yes.
vessels to supply oxygen, nutrients to themselves. They don't need to rely on the host. That's why it can multiply very fast. So they can grow blood vessels. Yes. Okay. And number 4.
I know. It metastasize. Okay, what does it mean? It invade. Okay, it sort of like invades into a surrounding areas of the organs or the cells, so that it metastasize, it kills the surrounding good cells and damage it and sort of like conquers it. So it sort of metastasize. So this is the 4th criteria, right? So number 5.
Number 5 is it actually can escape from growth suppressors.
So it can okay. I think this is the idea that we say just now. So our body has a growth suppression mechanism. So it can sort of like get rid of this. So it's
Growing very fast.
growing very fast.
So it can escape this. Yes.
So it grow very fast and it multiply very quickly.
It won't die.
It won't die. Yeah.
It can spread.
And
Yes.
also it attack other people. Okay. Yeah. And the last one is
Last one is actually it has very high gene mutation rate. Yes. That
Okay.
means the gene inside the cancer cells are actually very highly mutated. It can mutate very fast. That means the DNA inside can change
very fast.
very fast. Yes.
So indeed, cancer cells DNA is already foreign to the human body itself. So the DNA can easily change time to time, so that it's sort of like automation of life in the cancer cell itself. So this mechanism makes the cancer cells sort of inevitable. So it cannot kill it easily. So it's very aggressive and it's sort of like very damaging to a human body. And yeah, so if any cells fulfill these 6 main criteria, that is considered as cancer cell, right? So it applies for almost every kind of cancers, and this is the basic definition of cancers, right? So
So no wonder cancer cells are so scary because they will grow so fast, they can spread, their genes are highly mutated and they won't die.
yes,
Yes.
and they have a lot of blood vessels around it.
Yes, yes.
Okay, but let's get into detail or in depth a little bit. How does these cancer cells really survive? Yeah, we know that it has a mutated gene. It has a very strong sort of building blood vessels, ability to invade other people. But what really happens inside the cells, actually we do summarize into two main criteria. First is how it has energy expenditure, the characters of energy expenditure in the cancer cells. Second is it has got something to do with the free radicals. It has a very special characters of using free radicals in a very balanced and sort of like synchronized way to make the cells survive anyhow. Right. So first, let's just talk about energy expenditure. So the cancer cell is very smart in a way that it use the energy resources, especially from the sugar in the body, in a very different way where it is considered short circuit of using the glucose. Normal cells will use the glucose as an energy resources and slowly digest and energize or sort of generate energy sort of molecules called ATP. So in the normal form, this is the way how our body produces energy in the cells. But in the cancers, it goes different way. It uses less, very less mechanism of mitochondrion, but indeed it uses a very classical or simplest way of breaking down of sugar, which we call it glycolysis. So once the glycolysis is break down, it turns into lactic acid. So this quick formation of breaking down of sugar create sort of a small amount of energy molecule, but because of the speed is very fast in the cancer cell, so it generates a lot of energy and in a very quick manner, and it's sort of giving the cancer cell a very good sort of like power source, so that the cells grow and build very fast, right? So this is one of the character of cancer cell that we do notice, and yeah, number two. Let's Dr. Melissa talk about the radicals.
Okay, so number two, we are going to talk about the radicals, specifically the ROS, the reactive oxygen species. Okay, so cancer cells are special, besides the 6 characteristics and also the energy production through glycolysis. The special thing about it is that it also needs this ROS, reactive oxygen species, to survive.
What is ROS? Maybe a lot of people don't know.
Okay, ROS are actually how we say 自由因子.
Free radicals.
Yeah, free radicals.
Which is something our cells will generate. We call it toxics from a cell,
Toxics,
simply to say.
yes.
It's a toxic from a cell. And since we know that this is a toxic from a cell, means it is this component is no good for the cell. Usually for normal cells, it doesn't like ROS, or
yes.
the real form or real name called reactive oxygen species, or simple to understand is toxics. So our normal cell do not like toxics or ROS at all. Okay, but cancer cell is a bit different. They like it.
Yeah, they like ROS. And
They like
heavily
ROS.
depend on it.
They need ROS or this kind of toxic to let them grow.
Yes.
But they have a special sort of synchronized mechanism where they balance the ROS. They also know that cancer cells also know that if the ROS is too much, indeed it will returnly damage the cancer cell. Yes, but cancer cell is so smart that it managed to balance the ROS in the cells or surround the cells, so that it still keeps some balance of ROS or the free radicals or toxics to keep stimulating the cancer cells or feeding the cancer cells, and without damaging it. This is so smart. You imagine, as a human, let's say you are the host, you are the host for the cancer cell, and the cells survive inside your body. Okay, when the cells survive in this manner, they use a quick breaking down of sugar, and then they generate this kind of toxic inside or surrounding the cells. It makes whatever normal cell that's surrounding the cancer cell could not survive. Why? Because the cancer cell will steal the energy from the normal cells through a very quick breakdown of sugar, and they create this kind of toxic. So this toxic will be damaging the normal cell, so that but is helpful or sort of surviving the cancer cell, so that cancer cell can survive out of it. So you see, cancer cells are this kind of smart.
Yeah, very clever. They know how to generate fast energy and also balancing
Yes.
the ROS.
But, okay, even though they are smart, but we should be smarter. Right?
So after knowing the character, of course, we know what are the ways that we can do to target it.
Yes.
But maybe let's move on into why there are so many cases of cancers nowadays. Why
Yes.
people get cancer?
So I believe there are many people around us now been noticing that maybe our relatives, our friends, and we are dealing with more and more our friends or sort of close person are getting cancers. So now in medical evidence to say, it has already widely accepted that weakened immune system is the main reason or main culprit that causes a person to establish or develop cancers. No matter, okay, just now we have shared many things or characters about cancer, no matter how is the character of cancer, anyhow this character of cancer only form if we allow them to form, right? If our body allows the cancer to form or to sort of turn into this kind of form. So what really happens in the horse or in the body that allow these cancer cells to have this opportunity to form, which is the immune system that already weakened. Okay, there are two main characters of weakened immune system. First is where the cells become less sensitive, less functional. Yeah? We are talking about NK cell here, which is a kind of natural killer immune system cell. It's supposed to defend our body and not letting any cells to turn into cancer. But when this immune system become less functioning, less sensitive, meaning to say it's there but it's not able to detect whatever cells that are going to become cancer. So that's why it causes the cancer to happen. Second is when the cells are so tired or exhausted, no energy, right? So the cells become not functioning and not doing the job right. So then it lets this opportunity for the cells to turn into cancer. So it becomes less sensitive and less energy, weaker.
So in the end, the host will become unable to get fever because their immune system is down. And the other way is actually they are unable to reject the formation of cancerous cells. That's why cancer cells are formed in their body. Yes.
Here you mentioned about fever. Can you explain a little bit more? Okay, got to do with fever and immune system?
So fever is actually a good thing to our immune system. Okay, so if one is unable to develop fever, it's actually a sign that their immune system are weaker. Okay, why do I say so? Do you realize that babies or kids, they are very easily to get fever during their younger days? Yes, so that's a reason to why. It's actually a sign that their immune system is developing. That's why they get this fever response, so that their NK cells are activated, so that they build their immunity for long term. Yes.
So meaning to say, you see, fever is ability of our human body. When we are younger, our cells are stronger. Whichever time when we get infection or our cells are damaged, that our body will generate or sort of activates this kind of ability, getting fever. And during fever, our NK cell will take up the responsibility to kill the foreign cells, not allowing any cells to survive, right? Or not allowing any damaged cells to survive. This is how our body has in natural ability. But when we grow up, we are sort of lacking of this kind of ability. The ability will cease off, and our cells are become weaker. Then we let this opportunity of cancer to grow in our body, right? So fever is a
Good thing.
good thing.
Yes.
Okay, fever is actually our ability. But if our cells are become weaker, then we will lose out this ability, and this is not good for us. Okay, so come to now. Okay, again, I think audience will be still confused a little bit why we are talking about this cancer and how is our role as an anti-aging wellness doctor able to provide any help to cancer patient. Okay, can we maybe need to clarify to the audience a little bit more, right? Okay, just now we mentioned about cancer cell. Actually, when we look at the cancer's characters in the functional way or wellness way, we know that when our human host, okay, which is already weakened, even though we have mentioned that weaken the immune system, but in reality is we are really weakened in fighting with cancers. Okay, and then we let cancers survive by steering out all the glucose, all the environment, and also generating the free radicals or ROS or toxics that damaging our cells. So it's the host that is not being protected or sort of being maintained well, and only let the cancer cells has the opportunity to invade and to develop, right? So what we are trying to say here is rather than when we are starting to focus on cancer treatment, rather than just looking into how to treat cancer alone, we should also look into how to make our host stronger, better, or even letting the host to fight the cancer by itself. Okay, so in functional or wellness medical field, how to improve host ability to fight cancers, there's divided into 3 categories. Okay, I think we can show in the slides. Okay. So first, okay, okay, I remember. Okay, this idea was actually, even though it's a evidence functional treatment, but actually it was inspired. Okay, recently, me and Dr. Besa has went to Korea for attending an international conference of integrative oncology summit, right? So we are learning about some functional way of treating cancers, and some enlightenment also come from my very old childhood movie stories. I don't know whether anyone of you heard about A Bug's Life.
It's actually a 1998.
1998 stories.
Yes.
Okay. So A Bug's Life was actually a story about an ant which wanted to sort of get out of their normal norm of as an ant's life. See, as an ant, their normal life is to search for food, then works as a team together to power up or sort of compound the food and share with each other. So this is their life. But there's one ant that wanted to get out of this, out of the box. He want to explore. He want to explore a different way of living for ants. And then he realized that one day, actually, there is a grasshopper sort of becoming a king in a colony of ant. And the ant is sort of like obey,
offering the food
offering to the grasshopper every day,
Yes.
even though how hard, no matter how hard they gain the food, even though in a very bad weather they couldn't get the food, but they still offering the last piece of their meal or their food to the grasshopper. So it looks like when our body has a cancer cells, our body is like the ants are giving everything to the cancer cells so that letting the cancer cell to survive. We know that the cancer cells can take everything out of our body, right? So these stories inspired because the storyline ends at where these ants at the end of the day realize that the ants actually has the ability to teamwork. When they teamwork together, they fight back the grasshopper, not even letting the grasshopper to get any single piece of food from them. Then also they chase away the grasshopper from their sort of territory. Right? So this enlightens in us in functional or sort of wellness preventive medical treatment, where when we are treating cancers, and cancer is like the grasshopper sitting, ruling our body, we should actually works all together in our cell, in our body as a horse, work together as a teamwork to fight back the cancer. But of course, if you want to fight back, we need to have, we call it 知己知彼,百战百胜, means we must know the enemy. So we must know the enemy well, how the enemy survive, how the enemy sort of characters. Then we fight back by enhancing and strengthen our horse ability and try to take over the advantage of the cancer cells and kill the cancer cells from the horse, right? So this is what we are trying to explain today.
So the moral of the story is actually teamwork, and also it taught us how to actually trigger our own body to fight back all these bad things, the cancerous cells in our body. So there are actually
Three categories.
Okay, so number one is actually how to increase our mitochondrial function.
Yes, this is based on just now when we mentioned how the cancer cells generate energy and survive, is because they're going through a shortcut way by breaking down the sugar very fast and without using their mitochondria. And because they are very fast, that's why they can use energy very fast. But at the same point, actually, the horse has a very slow generating energy with the mitochondria. But the idea here is if you are able to energize the mitochondria in the normal cells in the horse to be stronger, and then it will sort of steal back the glucose supplies to the cancer back to the normal cells mitochondria. Then it will reduce the supply to the cancer cell. In here, it will kill the cancer cells, right? So this is one. And number two is?
So number two is actually how to generate more anti-ROS components in our body.
Here it based on just how we also mentioned, the cancer cells survive with some supply and balanced ROS in the cell's environment itself. And this generation of ROS can kill the normal cells and is disadvantage to the cancer cells and to the normal cells. So to let our horse fight back the cancer cells is we have to generate higher and stronger antioxidants or antitoxics or anti-ROS, you call it, whatever name you understand, is to reduce the ROS number in the cancer cells so that the cancer cells has less sort of
ability
to grow.
Yes. Okay. So number three is actually how to suppress the cancer cells or how to boost the host immunity is actually by increasing the oxygen supply in the microenvironment. Yes.
Cancer cells, they generate energy using this shortcut formation of breaking down the glucose, because during this chain of glucose energy generation, they uses or they not even need oxygen to generate. So if the environment in the cancer cells are oxygenation supply or sort of good in oxygen supply, it actually will make the expenditure of the energy become weaker. So the cells will generate glucose or energy out of glucose in a weaker form, and then it will control the cancer cells better. And actually more important is when we increase environment oxygenation supply, actually give biggest advantage to the horse, to the environment. So when the environment or sort of good normal cells are stronger and more energized with good oxygenation, so the energy generation in the cells are stronger, and then it fight back the cancer cells. Right? So these are the idea.
The three important ideas.
Yes.
So of course to highlight that how to improve the host immunity and the cancer targeted treatment has to go hand in hand. But first we move on into how to improve the mitochondrial functions in the host body. So what are the supplementations or what are the ways that can boost the mitochondrial function in the cancer patients?
Okay, we know that I think a lot of people know us as well. We are doing a functional or wellness treatment. We don't use medication, but actually we are working together with any hospital who are working or treating oncology treatment, oncologist department. So any cancer patient who are having cancer, we do encourage, works hand in hand by treating the cancers using a conventional manner, whether you need a surgical treatment or radiotherapy or chemotherapy. But don't just do conventional treatment, means we call it cancer targeted treatment alone. You should combine together with horse improvement. So when you combine both together, it gives a synergistic effect, stronger and better. Okay, so to improve the horse is our ability, sort of our forte, okay, our job scope. So there are three criteria we have mentioned: increase mitochondrial strength, reduce the ROS by increasing antioxidant, and number three, increase microenvironment circulation. So first, how to increase the mitochondria? So there are natural way of increasing mitochondrial health. First of all, there's a supplement called selenium. If you look at our sort of this PowerPoint, so there are also some photos, illustration on foods that is rich in selenium. Okay, for normal people or healthy people, to prevent cancers, that's encourage you to take food that's rich in selenium regularly. Okay, because selenium is a very important minerals in the body that has antioxidant property, a very strong antioxidant property, which it helps us to generate anti-ROS. At the same point, it actually helps our body thyroid function, especially T4, to convert into T3, which is a functional thyroid hormone, in a better effective way. Okay, what does it got to do with mitochondria here, right? So selenium improve thyroid hormones functioning, and thyroid hormones is the key role player in mitochondrial drive in our normal cells. So to let a normal cells has a good energy generation in the mitochondrion, we need to have good optimum level of thyroid hormones, especially thyroid T3. So selenium is the key nutrients that play the role to helping the body convert T4 to T3 more effectively. Yeah? In our human body, T4 convert into T3 naturally, and it needs the help of selenium. So this is tricks. If you understand the physiology here, this is a very natural way of helping our body to increase the mitochondrion, especially in our sort of normal cells, that it helps us to fight back the cancers better. Okay. A lot of people may confuse and thought of, if we give this energy sort of mitochondrial improvement, wouldn't it also helping the cancer to survive stronger or better? Okay, the answer is no. It's because cancer cells do not really use a lot of mitochondria to generate energy. They use a quick shortcut way of breaking down the sugar without you going through the mitochondrial function. So this is the tricks. If you understand the pro and cons here, okay, or sort of the characters here, so we know that if we want to fight the cancer back by increasing the mitochondrial strength is one of the key that potentially help. Okay, so beside the selenium, okay, there's also another important factor that we need to pay into attention is to improve your gut health by using a proper or good probiotics. Okay, this one we need to explain a little bit. Our human is actually a mammalian. We survive, through breastfeeding, okay, when we are born. And human cells, especially mitochondria, has this maternal portion of DNA from your mom, right? So you see, how does it relate? If a human body, if a baby is born, we first need to be fed by milk to survive, because milk let our gut to create this lactobacillus bacteria or as a probiotic, and it generates short chain fatty acid. And this short chain fatty acids is a crucial nutrient for the mitochondrion to survive. And the DNA in the mitochondrion is the one that contribute from the mother. And if you drink your mom's breast milk, it will generate a very close linkage of this kind of nutrients to the body. You see, if you come into research, there are some cancer treatment or sort of way of treating cancer using breast milk or kefir milk. So these are the theories behind, right? So the idea is to emphasize into enhancing the strength of mitochondrial strength in the normal cells of the horse to help to fight back with the cancer cells, right? So this is number one.
So number two, we'll be talking about the anti-ROS, which are actually equivalent to antioxidants.
Antioxidants, yes.
So how can we source our antioxidants, especially strong antioxidants, from our diet or supplementations? So of course, the first one that actually everyone knows.
Vitamin C.
Yes, vitamin C. Okay. So vitamin C, high dose vitamin C especially. So it's actually a very good antioxidant, especially for those who want to improve their immunity, and also for those who are cancer patients and want to reduce the cancer cells production. Okay? And number two is actually turmeric.
Turmeric.
Curcumin.
Yes.
Yes.
So I do recommend all my patients, even not cancerous patient or healthy patient, to take curcumin regularly, because it is a very strong antioxidant in the body. Yeah. Okay, number three.
Number three is actually magnesium. Okay. So magnesium, besides having the gut benefits, it has also calming benefits on our mind as well. Okay, so in the picture or the PowerPoint, you can see what are the sources of food that are rich in magnesium,
Magnesium,
as well as
vitamin
vitamin C.
curcumin.
Yes, okay.
Curcumin is the active ingredients from the
Turmeric.
turmeric.
Yes.
A lot of people thought that taking turmeric, yes, is good. But the thing is, if you are taking turmeric in a raw form, it's a little bit disadvantage because you are not really absorbing the essence out of it. Because turmeric is very rich in fibers, so the curcumin inside is very minimum if you are taking in a raw form. So it's recommended for you to take a very ready-made curcumin, so you can then only you can benefit the best out of it. Okay, and another nutrition is very okay. There are many antioxidants actually, but we listed down some of the strongest and crucial that your body needs, especially in a natural way. So besides vitamin C, magnesium, curcumin, there's vitamin D.
D3 specifically.
Yes, because vitamin D, it has a hidden endocrinology or we call it hormonal effect in the body, which is a very strong antioxidant. If the ingredients is a hormonal effect, usually it has a stronger antioxidant effect in the body. So vitamin D stand in this role. That's why it has a very sort of important role for us to pay attention into it. Number 3 is to increase the micro environment oxygenation. So one of it is our interesting main content today is about fever.
Yes.
Okay, so to improve the oxygenation in our body, it helps our horse to become stronger, energize energy better, so that it can fight the cancers. And cancer doesn't like oxygen. So one of the way if we can treat and sort of improve our oxygenation is by getting fever. Right? So when our body has a high temperature, okay, our body get better oxygenation, and the fever itself or the high temperature itself can activate our NK cells, our immune cells to kill the cancer cells. Okay, I think we will give you, we will talk about this interesting content. Besides fever, there's another way for us to improve oxygenation in our body, which is including detoxification. There are many of detoxification, like whatever you limit, you do 灌肠 cleansing, or you do some drip that can give you a high antioxidant to detox your liver. So sometimes you just keep yourself grounding. Yeah, you heard about grounding? Just step on some grass in a barefoot, or some, just step on the earth. Yeah? So grounding also a detoxification. Yeah. So keep yourself peace, relax. Yeah? Do some exercise. Is also a detoxification. Keep yourself sweating, also detoxification. So importantly, yeah, to treat cancers, we should not confine ourselves into just thinking how to do the treatment to kill the cancer alone. We should think both hand in hand. Yeah, we should go along together. When you treat the cancer, we should go along together with improving the host cells, yeah, the host environment. So there are 3 main components that we just mentioned: improving the energy by the mitochondrial strength, improve the antioxidant. Number 3 is to improve oxygenation. Okay, so I think the idea is quite complete and quite easily understood. Our main interesting topic here today, highlight today, is actually talking about cancer does not like it hot. Okay, so that's got something to do with fever. Yeah? So maybe you can explain a little bit here.
So fever, what is actually fever? Okay, our body actually develops fever when our core body temperature, okay, raised at least by 1 degree. That means at least 37.5 and above. Okay, so using this concept or the physiology of fever, there is a new technology actually named hyperthermia.
High temperature,
Yes,
hyperthermia.
hyperthermia, to increase the core body temperature, to actually produce the same effect as fever. Okay, to actually activate our NK cell to boost the immunity. So hyperthermia treatment actually is a machine-based treatment. Yes, okay, and it can raise our body temperature up to 40 to 45 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Sometimes even if you want to get fever voluntarily, also is impossible. Right? We can't get ourselves to say, I want to get fever later. It's impossible. Right? So, but using a machine which is a ready machine, there. So we can just put the tools on the body, and it can generate inner core temperature increase to up to even 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. I think this is very interesting technologies. Okay, so the purpose and the function by increasing the temperature is actually got few benefits.
Yes. So first of all, besides boosting the immunity, first and foremost, it can kill the cancer cells.
Yes.
As what the topic or the title of today, cancer cells are scared of
Does
heat.
not like heat.
Yes, does not like heat.
Okay.
So cancer cells are actually very sensitive to heat.
Mm.
That's why at high temperature or when our core temperature increases, it can actually denature the proteins in the cancer cells and also cause the cancer cells to die.
You know, no matter how the cancer survive, with very smart way of controlling the ROS and energy expenditure, and also building a good structure and scaffold of their blood vessels to supply the blood flow. But when the hot temperature is there, everything damaged. Because the characters of cancer cells is very quick forming but very fragile.
Yeah, fragile blood vessels.
Yes. So when the high temperature is there, the blood vessels sort of denature and break down, and the cell's DNA actually also become denature and break down. So this is a physiology or natural sort of characters of cancer cells. So nowadays, because scientists has already realized cancer cells do not like hot temperature, so that's why when we are treating cancer cells, we need to use high temperature to ease the effectiveness of our treatment. No matter you use a chemotherapy or radiotherapy, okay. So by combining this conventional treatment with high temperature treatment, that will make the cancer cell kill even more effectively.
And also, as everybody knows, when our body core temperature increases, our blood vessels actually dilate. So with the blood vessels dilation, it can actually increase more blood flow, more oxygen to the cancer areas. Okay, so it can actually enhance the drug delivery.
Yes.
Yes, when it is done together with chemotherapy.
Not only drug delivery like the chemotherapy, right? So it also enhances the effectiveness of radiotherapy. Actually, our radiotherapy, when it is done on the cells has to be a very good oxygenation environment. The better oxygenation environment, the better effectiveness of radiotherapy. So if the cancer's treatment done, radiotherapy done together with hyperthermia, it enhances the radiotherapy effect.
Yes.
Right. So I think hyperthermia itself was actually invented in Korea at 2015 and brought into Malaysia firstly by a company in 2019. So now it is considered quite widely usable in a lot of oncology department worldwide in Malaysia. And in our center, we also do provide hyperthermia treatment, but our standpoint here is as a host enhancement and in a complementary or adjuvant effect into cancer targeted treatment. Meaning to say, if we are having a cancer treatment ongoing, like treatment ongoing in oncology department, no matter is a chemotherapy or radiotherapy, we are always encouraged to combine with this hyperthermia treatment and also host improvement by improving your mitochondrion, by improving your antioxidants, and also improving your oxygenation in our center here. Okay? And then it works hand in hand to build the better strength and effectiveness into treating your cancers. I think one important theories that we want to share here is, if we are treating the cancers using host empowerment and also targeted cancer cells, we are not only benefiting by improving the cancer or sort of kill the cancer faster, but we also achieving a very special character called body host immunization against cancer cells. Okay, there is a theory. Okay, later on I think we have some cases to share. If a patient who have cancer cells existing in the body, and at the same simultaneous sort of the point of time, we activate the immune system in the host, and the immune system has the opportunity to attack the cancer cells, and this opportunity will let the body create or generates antibody out of it. So what happens is this antibody will stand or sort of keep in the body as a memory for long term. So the function or the advantage is your body will get immunization effect towards the cancer, and it reduces the relapse or recurrence of cancers opportunity. So this is what how important, if you are treating a cancer, we should not just stand as at how to just targeting the cancers, but we should also look into a horse improvement so that you can benefit a better successful treatment for cancers.
Yes. So cancer cells are actually very sensitive to heat. But some of you might wonder, will the heat damage the normal cells?
Okay.
Yes.
So actually it's not. Our normal cells do not actually killed by the heat
Yes.
because it has a very well formed structure and blood vessels, so it's very strong and resistant to heat. Indeed, cancer cells do not have a very strong structure of blood vessels, and the structure of cells itself is already weaker, and the DNA is already mutated, so it denatured very fast with the high temperature. So do not need to worry about the high temperature can kill the normal cell. Indeed, it will kill the cancer cell only. Right? So we have mentioned hyperthermia does contribute to certain benefits, not only just killing the cancer cell, but also helping radiotherapy to be more effective because it improves the oxygenation, and also improve chemotherapy to be more effective because it improves blood circulation, and also it helps us to stimulate our immune system, NK cells. Yeah.
Yes.
I think a lot of people nowadays probably heard about NK cells, but for those who doesn't know, NK cells stand for natural killer cells. This is our natural inborn our white blood cells that has the ability to differentiate our own cells and safeguard the own cells, and also kills the foreign cells, including like virus or any cancer cells. Right? So this ability of NK cells are inborn, means you born with it since young. If our body has good mitochondrial strength, good antioxidant condition, and good blood circulation or oxygenation, NK cell will keep in a good functioning character. But if our body has high inflammation, low energy expenditure, and lack of oxygenation, then our body will have weaker NK cell. When our body has weaker NK cell, our NK cell will be tired, and it will not be able to cleanse all the cancer forming cells in the body, and also it will become less sensitive, means it will let the cancer cells has the opportunity to keep surviving, and NK cell is not attacking the cancer cells, right? So this is how important our NK cells is there, and with this help of current technology, with hyperthermia, it helps us to generate a stronger or activates the stronger NK cells, and in combining with our functional treatment to improve the horse by using nutrition like selenium, or T3 thyroid hormones, or even magnesium, vitamin D, curcumin. Okay, so all these will help to energize the NK cells stronger to sort of fight back, okay, the grasshopper, which is the ant's inspiration, the bug's life inspiration to fight back the cancer cell. So we must improve the horse strength, right? Okay. What else?
So maybe we look at the next picture of a small little girl. Yeah. So this small little girl is actually
successful. Emily Whitehead is her name. She survived from leukemia since about 3 years old until now. This picture we got it from the internet, right? So it shows that she survived almost 10 years, and now she's already 20 over years.
Yes.
So in her characters, she actually uses a kind of immunotherapy to treat her leukemia, and the idea is similar, where it stimulates our immune reaction to be stronger, okay, and fight back the cancer cells. And once it fight back the cancer cells, it generates an antibody. The antibody will keep and sort of store in our body forever, and you will be able to achieve a full remission of cancers after you achieve this. During this treatment, she had gone through a period of time where she got fever. Yeah, so she was admitted to ICU in that. But because last time, how they treat her was using a kind of immunotherapy to stimulate or sort of infuse a kind of white blood cells which is already energized or activated white blood cell. So the white blood cell will attack the cancer cells and then it create a sort of response of this kind of fever. But nowadays we are using hyperthermia technology. This is a tool that you just need to lie on the bed and the tools will put on your body and you will let your body to generate core temperature increment but without you having a suffering of fever, right? So but you are still achieving the similar effectiveness of improving your immune system. Okay,
so what happens during the hyperthermia treatment? Yes.
Basically, a lot of people thought hyperthermia is a very suffering treatment. Yeah, indeed, it's not. It's very relaxing.
Comfortable. Most of my patients are actually sleeping.
They fall asleep.
Yeah.
So they can even slim down the tummy fats, improve the gut circulation, improve the digestions, and also improve the sex drive.
And also improve the menses.
Yes.
Especially women with menstrual pain, irregularities. Yes.
So we do encourage those who have high family histories of cancers patients, do look into this protection or prevention by hyperthermia. It improve your NK cells. We do check on several kind of healthy people, but the NK cells in the baseline are in the low level, so they didn't realize. Sometimes NK cell can be very weak, but we are not realizing because it has no symptom at all. So, but when you have a routine checkup on your body, then you will realize, and if it is necessary, you can do hyperthermia to empower your NK cells.
So just now talking about it's a very comfortable treatment, but after doing the treatment, one has to drink a lot of water, right? Yes. Okay, because of the heat loss during the process.
Hyperthermia treatment serves the purpose to increase our core temperature in the body. So we want to conserve sort of the heat at least 6 hours after the treatment. So yes, the person may feel a bit heaty, so you can drink some water, but try to avoid drinking cold water. You can drink normal water and can drink more but not excessively. So we also advise a usual measure is avoid direct exposure to cold air like aircons or cold wind. Try to avoid showering at least 6 hours after the treatment. You can sort of cleanse your body with some wet towel but not directly showering. And maybe you can wear a jacket to sort of keep the body temperature. Right. So these are the measures for you to follow after the hyperthermia treatment. Okay. So we do have patients who have done hyperthermia and also improving their immune system. And maybe you want to share a little bit?
Maybe I talk about like how long is the process of the treatment.
Okay, can.
So just now we mentioned that it's a very comfortable treatment and the process actually lasts at least 1 to 2 hours. Okay, so 1 to 2 hours. So you just lie down there and then you can rest. Okay, so the whole process you will just feel some warmth at your abdomen because the plating is actually placed over your abdomen, and no need to worry about overheating because the machine actually has a
auto sensor.
Auto sensor or the thermostat to actually detect any overshooting of the temperature. It will actually automatically cut off. Okay, so it's a very safe and also very comfortable and a very beneficial machine actually.
Yes. If you look at the screen now, the machine is called Hyperthermia Remission 1 degree. Actually, the research has proven that by increasing 1 degree Celsius in our body temperature, it increases the ability of our NK cell activity. So that increases our immune system. So these machines and device is the only one machine in the worldwide that got the FDA approved, saying the effectiveness to increase the core temperature. A lot of people may compare this machine with other heat therapies, for example like saunas or sort of sweat chambers. So these machines or these devices increases the external body temperature and transferring the temperature into the body so that your body sort of releases the heat, so you sweat. Yeah? But indeed, it doesn't increase the core temperature. So these measures or these therapies do not really achieve what our body needs to improve the NK cells. Our body needs the the core temperature to really increase at least 1 degree Celsius. Then only it will be beneficial and functioning to improve our NK cells activity. And if you want to kill the cancer cells, it has to be increased up to at least 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah. So then only the cancer cell will be more successfully killed. Okay. So only this hyperthermia remission 1 degree Celsius is the machine that got the FDA approved and proven to have effectiveness in this manner. Okay. So now today our topic, okay, I think almost come to the end. We just summarize it. Our main content today for your bring home message is, if you are ever dealing or your any friends dealing with cancers, first you must be aware, okay, cancers is not something to be very scary. Okay, nowadays in medical science, it has proven many effective way of treatment. But don't forget, okay, don't avoid treatment. When you have got cancer, get the proper understanding right. If you think that today's content is helpful, please share to your friends and relatives, whoever needs it. Whenever whoever cancers, don't be afraid. Face it right with good information. When you want to treat your cancers, don't treat the cancers only in a sort of wellness way. It will be not successful at all. Okay, or it won't be just wellness alone successful. And don't treat the cancers with chemotherapy alone only, because it will be also not complete into the whole setting of treatment. The proper treatment consideration is treating the cancers in a targeted manner, chemo or radiotherapy, together with treating the host in a wellness way. The wellness way is not saying that you follow any traditional or any people say, yeah. It's something more evidence based. Today we summarize for you 3 main criteria to improve your host. There's 1, mitochondrial strengthening. Second, to improve the antioxidants in the body. Number 3, to improve the microenvironment oxygenation. So these 3 main criteria is that you need to fulfill, so that only your host is really being improved. Okay, so by improving the host and targeting your cancer cells simultaneously, you are not only achieving a better cancer curing rate, but you are also achieving a higher chance of full remission chances. You are also aiming for a better sort of remission and prevent relapsing of cancers in the body. Okay, because cancer at the end of the day, it is a very aggressive cells. Once it's formed, it will sort of override your body and take advantage of everything your body has. So the understanding now is, don't let this happen. Yeah, you kill the cancer, but there are still some balance of cancer cells may survive back again and still will relapse. So we are not only just thinking to kill the cancer, but also protecting your body by increasing the strength of your host. So then you fight back and not letting the cancer to come back. Okay?
Yes. So maybe the last 1 minute, any questions from the
Any
floor?
questions?
Yes.
Anyone? I see.
So any questions?
I think anyone who have question, maybe you are not looking at this live now, but whenever you look at this live and you have any questions, you can always PM us, okay, or you can browse our websites, or even contact us through our contact number or WhatsApp, or call us. Okay, we are reachable all over the place. Okay, so we are happy, more than happy to help you all to let you understand in details on treating the cancers. Okay?
Maybe I share some non-conventional benefits of hyperthermia besides this cancer. Actually, it has also preventive medicine benefits as well, because I have a lot of patients actually come in for anti-aging, for diseases prevention or even cancer prevention. Yeah, so hyperthermia treatment can actually achieve this kind of disease prevention and also cancer prevention function or benefits. Okay, for healthy people who wants to grow old healthily, age gracefully. Yes, it's actually a very beneficial machine for the gut, for the skin as well.
Yes, of course, hyperthermia is not just mainly for cancer patients. A lot of people do mistaken about it. So it has a lot of benefits on wellness and prevention. So as what Dr. Malaysia just said, so we should take it as a, the principle is the same. It strengthens immune system, and it is always more than, more advantageous for you if you always can keep your immune system in a stronger sort of characters, right? So how do we know that our immune system is strong? Yeah, so we can't know actually. So by doing this, you actually at least you can be sure that your immune system is stronger. Okay. So we do have questions from the audience a little bit here. There's one question saying, is there anyone who is not suitable for the hyperthermia treatment? So hyperthermia treatment basically is quite suitable for everyone, as long as the person can lie still on the bed. If the person is very sort of hard to obey or hard to lie still, or maybe not suitable, maybe for children it's not suitable. And as long as you can stay still and sit still or lie still, it's fine. And if you're, because the machine or the tools are putting on your abdomen, so commonly this is a standard manner or method of treatment. So if you do not have any injury wounds over your stomach, then it's fine, then it will be suitable. Then I think it's almost suitable for majority of people. And okay, another question is there any side effects to be aware of? I think we have explained, yeah, basically hyperthermia has not side effects. So there are some people who have a little bit of skin sort of like, after treatment, they may have a little bit of skin redness, yeah, or small portions or fat pockets are a little bit tender, okay, after the treatment. So, but this is minor side effects, and usually will subside spontaneously without any leftover issues. Okay, so, right.
Okay.
So I think today, hopefully, we deliver a good information to everyone who's online, and we hope that you will be benefiting from it. And there's one question from IG. Let's ask: can the treatment help to reduce visceral fat? Yes. Yeah, we do mention, yeah, hyperthermia is not just for the purpose of cancer treatment. Yes, it is very beneficial for cancer because it improves the NK cell, which is highly demanded in cancer treatment. But if a normal person who are having visceral fat, obesity issue, which is also a kind of inflammation character in the body, by hyperthermia itself, when it improves the NK cell and inflammation, it reduces the inflammation in the body. Basically, the idea is by improving the oxygenation, improving the mitochondrial strength in the body, so the body will be more balanced in the metabolism characters, so improve in the metabolism characters, and then it reduces the visceral fats by reducing the inflammation in the body. Okay, so this question was asked from this Xin Jin. Thank you, Xin Jin, for your questions. All right. Okay. So we are almost coming to the end. Yeah, very happy for us to share information with you all in the live show. We will be regularly doing live, lovely, because some schedule
Coming up.
sort of coming up.
Yeah.
So our next topic will be next live time will be on 13th of August, which is roughly 3 weeks from now. Why is it a bit later? Because next week or next 2 weeks there is an event coming up in Malaysia, international conference, so we have to go and attend it. Okay, so but anyhow, we hope every one of you will be joining us again in our next live show. And
okay, so our next live show, do you want a sneak peek on the topic?
Yeah.
So,
Just now this Xing Jing has asked a question about visceral fat.
okay, so really
Exactly.
short.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
okay.
We will be talking about slimming
Or weight loss.
or weight loss.
Yes.
People confuse. Why slimming and weight loss? Is it similar thing or something different? Okay. Yes, it is different. Slimming and weight loss, it has difference. Okay. So stay tuned and join us on 13th of August for the
Next
details.
time.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Thank you everyone. Good
Bye-bye.
evening. Bye.